Hello everyone, it's Melissa. Welcome back. Today I am sharing another project. This is a 12 by 12 layout and it is documenting a fun road trip to Frankenmuth that me and my family always take the first weekend, usually in December. This year it happened to fall on the second weekend, but it's just according to my children's school calendar. So I'm starting off by pulling from my product jar the 7 items I hope to use. And in fact, roller stamps, stickers, sequins, buttons, phrase stickers, and mixed media was pulled, and mixed media is the only item that doesn't make it on the project. I'm showing you here that I have decided to go with an old Ellie's Studio Noel paper collection, and I am using also a grid paper from Michaels, just a piece of their, pattern paper. And I'm going to start pulling some color, making some color choices from that collection. And I know I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go with red at this point. I've got some cardstock from my stash and the green pattern paper from the Noel collection. And I also end up pulling in a black piece of paper from the Noel collection. And what you'll see me do here for a little bit is just audition items that I am hoping to use, and keeping in mind also of the product pull choices that I have. I have a piece of craft there from my stash that I cut down, and I have in fact already mounted my pictures on, and I have 5 3x4 photos and 2 2x3 photos that I put on this layout in a collage type fashion. And I don't do it in any photo program because for 2 reasons. I don't have a photo program, and I know my friend always tells me about this program that's free called PicMonkey, and I've never sat down to use it, so that's my fault. But this is just as easy for me, so I'm fine with it. So I have a red piece of cardstock that I am going to use as an anchor to the right of my photos. And, this is basically just a form of color blocking, so to speak, where I, have this space here that I left to add more color onto the side. I have an old, super old 12 by 12 border sticker there. That one just happens to have holly and berries on it, and I'm going to use that. This is another example of me mixing creams and whites and being okay with them all being neutrals, because in fact, not only do I have brown and black on this page, but I have cream and white. So there you go. And I think it turned out fabulous. So proof that it all does go together. So and actually this collection, Noel, was probably why I was drawn to it, because same thing, it has all kinds of neutrals brought together, blacks, browns, pinks, reds, blues. It's a really great color combination for the holidays. I almost thought about bringing in blue, but in hindsight, I'm using these really ridiculously old pieces of chipboard. I don't even know where they're from, you guys. Maybe K & Company, but over 10 years old, and I'm happy to report I got 5 pieces used out of my stash, and 4 buttons actually. So, very proud of that. So, the reason why I didn't bring in blue is because my mind was set on using a lot of this chipboard, and there was no blue in the chipboard, so I omitted it. I was happy to get that nutcracker out of my stash and those ornaments. I can't tell you how many times, you guys probably know how many times you pull for a product and you're like, yeah, let's use this. And then it doesn't make it. And then it goes back and you love it so much. Like for me, if I love a product and I see it has crazy potential someday on a layout, I'm keeping it. And it's a glorification when it finally gets used on a project, whatever it can be. Cards, gift tags, whatever it is. The fact that it's out and I love the final product of what I've decided to make with it, perfect for me. So you can see here I'm adding to the right a border of black, which is just pattern paper from the collection, green, so here's an example of me kind of thinning down some heavy thicker chipboard. I don't like a lot of bulk and dimension in my albums. So I'm just peeling back a few layers of chipboard. Now this happens to be from one of the newer Allie Edwards kits that I received. I know I mentioned this a zillion times. You guys are probably tired of hearing about it, but I did subscribe and I received my first kit to her stamp of the month. I received it in December, and then I have January's, and I know February's is on its way. But in fact, this is a piece of chipboard from that sheet, one of those sheets. So it says, gotta love this story. So I decided I'm gonna adhere, just for more texture, the border sticker down with some gold staples. That stapler has gold staples in it. So you can see here I've got the sunrise border from Simon Says Stamp, and it does these fun scallops, and I use the green pattern paper from the Noel collection. And I'm also going to use this washi tape, which is maybe from Martha Stewart. That's how old it is. But it's got some like gold tones to it, and I'm going to put it on white paper. I also am using my embossing folders, and I've pulled a Maggie Holmes. This is from crepe paper. It's like a doily folder. And I just put it on some vellum, and really just for some texture. I'm slowing the video down here so you can kind of see. It's not much, but I wanted something subtle to go behind that green circle frame where I'm going to eventually put the nutcracker. And now you can see here, I haven't sewn down the buttons yet, but I did adhere and get down with some gold crochet twine, which you can see the roll there on the left of the screen. I also adhered down the green frame, the vellum, the gold doily, and the chipboard nutcracker. I have also put down a December from Feed Your Craft piece of chipboard tab, and I'm showing you how I just taped those to the back. And I also added a heart to the fried chicken. That is from the same chipboard collection. Like I mentioned, I got 5 of those pieces used up out of my stash. And they have, you can't see it maybe in some of the video, but they've got a nice fun little glitter touch to them, which is, I love. Okay, so here I'm showing you that I stamped on some white cardstock a couple of elements. Well, I stamped Good Eats on the actual photo. Yum was stamped on white, and I cut it out with black VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And this is a LE Studio Foodie stamp set, and I actually got it from Jen Scow in one of her D-stashes. But so I'm not sure what it's called, but it's one of their foodie stamps, and I don't think it's available anymore. But you get that foodie, I got those foodie little bits of ephemera as well. And so Yum was from the LE Studio. I just cut it apart. Good Eats is from Studio L2E. That stamp set is called Wanderlust. And I actually used the word road trip from that stamp set as well on the page later on in the video. You'll see that from Studio L2E. And then I also wanted to make note that the Yes Please was from the ephemera, like Foodie Good Eats ephemera pack. And I also got that from Jen Scow. So right now you see I have used a roller stamp to stamp 2 images and emboss them with detailed white embossing powder. I don't know honestly where it's from. It was a gift for me in a little roller stamp pack. But I did in fact stamp the words traditions and having fun. I also have a word, a wood element, wood veneer. It says joy, and I just used cherry cobbler red embossing powder and embossed that, and I'm going to put it on that top photo. And there's also a Tim Holtz cut apart sticker up there that says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and that is in a black sticker font. Phrase sticker, and you'll see it closer up. You can see I've stamped road trip up there because I am in fact going to put my title right in front of it, and I'm going to put it so that it is running along that black edge of paper to the left. I'm actually using a what is that? It's a Martha Stewart like craft knife, and I accidentally had some white little flecks of embossing powder on the black, and so I'm just using a craft knife to scratch those off gently. It's a fun, easy fix for when you've kind of got a bit of a mess there when you're embossing. So yeah, this layout came together super quick. The reason why I did not do any mixed media is because I just did a ton of it on the last layout I'd made, and I wasn't feeling it. That's the honest answer. So yeah, so I've already sewed on the buttons. The buttons are gold buttons from Stampin' Up, and I used that same gold crochet twine. I purchased that from Hobby Lobby. I'm adding some sequins. I have some marshmallow sequins from Pretty Pink Posh, and also one of her light blue sequences. I don't know what it's called. And I'm just adhering a couple of those. I have some phrase stickers that say Happy Christmas Angels up there. And now I'm showing you my finished layout. So I would love for you to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will put links to my Facebook and Instagram in the description box below. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I'll do my best to answer. And yeah, I hope you like what I made. I'm just plugging away here trying to get finished up with 2018, and this is just another one done, you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye.